You've been staring at it, my child. Not with your eyes only, with your mind. You've been circling it, thinking about it, feeling it tug at you in quiet moments. And then you pull away again. Not because you don't want it, but because you're afraid of what you'll feel when you finally open it. So, let me ask you gently. What are you afraid will happen if you open it now? Will it hurt? Will it disappoint you? Will it overwhelm you? Will it confirm something you've been trying not to face? Beloved, I know that feeling, that pause before a message, that hesitation before a letter, that ache before a conversation, that nervous breath before a decision. Because sometimes opening it isn't just opening an object, it's opening a chapter. And you've been tired, my child. Tired of bad news. Tired of emotional surprises. Tired of being strong when you don't feel strong. So you delay. You distract yourself. You tell yourself later when I feel ready. When I have more energy, but listen to me now softly, closely. God will be happy if you open it now. Not because I am demanding something from you. Not because I am pushing you. Not because I want to see you panic. No, because I know what on the other side of your hesitation. Relief, clarity, a release of the unknown. My child, the not knowing has been heavier than the truth itself. You've been carrying possibilities, imagining outcomes, rehearsing worst-case scenarios, letting fear paint pictures you never asked to see, and that has drained you. So when I say I will be happy if you open it now, I mean I will be happy to watch you step out of the shadow of uncertainty and into the steadiness of reality. Even if reality is hard, it is still lighter than endless fear. Because fear multiplies, fear grows wild in the dark. But truth may sting for a moment, yet it brings the ground back under your feet. My child, come closer. Let me sit with you here. Not above you, not far from you, right beside you, like a warm presence in a quiet room. You don't have to open it alone. You may be physically alone, but you are not alone. I am with you, and I know what you're emotionally facing. You're facing the exhaustion of constantly bracing for impact. You're facing the pressure to handle everything perfectly. You're facing the fear that one piece of news could change your whole mood. You're facing the ache of feeling like you can't catch a break. You're facing disappointment from things that didn't go the way you hoped. And it has made your heart cautious. It has made you guard yourself not because you're faithless, but because you're tired. My child, tired hearts delay things, not because they're lazy, because they're protecting themselves. Music, so, I'm not angry with you for hesitating. I understand. But I want to guide you into something gentler now because I don't want fear to be your decision maker. I don't want anxiety to be your guide. I don't want avoidance to become your habit. So let's breathe together for a moment. In, music, slowly and out again, in and out. Feel how your body softens when you breathe slowly. That softening is important because some choices need calm to be made well. And right now I want you calm, not rushed, not pressured, not performing, just calm. Now listen, when you open it, whatever it is for you, a message, an email, a document, a result, a conversation you've been avoiding, music, a truth you've been postponing, you are not opening it to be punished. You are opening it to be free. Because uncertainty is a cage that looks like protection. It says, if you don't know, you won't hurt. But my child, you've been hurting anyway. You've been hurting from the tension, from the waiting, from the imagining, from the constant inner gripping that doesn't let you rest. Music, so, I'm inviting you into a different kind of strength. The strength of facing, not with harshness, with tenderness, not with drama, with steadiness, not with panic, with me. This is not about courage that feels heroic. It's about courage that feels human. The courage to do one small thing even while your stomach feels tight. The courage to stop running from the unknown. The courage to let your life move forward again. My child, God will be happy if you open it now. Because I am not a God who enjoys your suspense. I am not a God who plays games with your heart. I am not standing over you waiting to criticize your reaction. I am with you and I want you to be okay. Now I want to use one image to help your heart understand what's happening inside you. A doorway, just music, one doorway. You are standing in front of it. Hand on the handle. Heart racing. Behind you is familiar anxiety. The kind you've learned to live with. In front of you is the unknown. And your mind wants to protect you by staying where you are. But my child, the doorway is not there to trap you. It's there to, music, lead you into fresh air. The moment you open it, you step out of the tight room of endless what if. You step into the room where things are real, clear and manageable. Even if it's not perfect, even if it's not what you wanted, even if it's challenging, music, you will have something your heart can work with. Truth, and truth gives direction. Now, let me be very gentle because some of you might be thinking, what if opening it breaks me? Beloved, you are not as fragile as fear tells you. Yes, you are sensitive. Yes, you feel deeply, but you are not breakable in the way you imagine. I have held you through nights, music, you didn't think you would survive emotionally. I have steadied you after losses you thought would ruin you. I have carried you through seasons where you felt like you were disappearing. And you are still here, not because you were perfect, because I sustained you. So when you open it now, you will not be alone. And if the emotions rush in, I will not scold you for them. If you cry, I will not call you weak. If you feel angry, I will not abandon you. If you feel disappointed, I will not shame you. I will stay. My child, you are allowed to feel your feelings. And you are allowed to face what's real without losing your peace, music, forever. Because peace is not the absence of pain. Peace is the presence of me inside your pain. Now let's talk about what's behind the hesitation. Sometimes you avoid opening something because you're afraid of bad news. But sometimes you avoid opening something because you're afraid of good news. Yes. Because good news, music, means change. Good news means responsibility. Good news means you can't hide anymore. Good news means you might have to show up. Good news means you might have to believe again. And believing again feels risky when your heart has been disappointed. So you delay, not because you don't want it, because you're scared to hope. My child, hope is not foolish. Hope is brave. But hope needs a safe place to grow. And this moment, you and me, is safe. So open, music, it now. Not with pressure, with gentleness. Open it slowly if you need. Take a breath first. Hold my hand with your heart and open it. Because whatever is inside, we will face it together. Now listen carefully, beloved. Now let's talk about what's behind the hesitation. Sometimes you avoid opening something because you're afraid of bad news. But sometimes you avoid opening something because you're afraid of good news. Yes. Because good news, music, means change. Good news means responsibility. Good news means you can't hide anymore. Good news means you might have to show up. Good news means you might have to believe again. And believing again feels risky when your heart has been disappointed. So you delay, not because you don't want it, because you're scared to hope. My child, hope is not foolish. Hope is brave. But hope needs a safe place to grow. And this moment, you and me, is safe. So open, music, it now. Not with pressure, with gentleness. Open it slowly if you need. Take a breath first. Hold my hand with your heart and open it. Because whatever is inside, we will face it together. Now listen carefully, beloved. If it's good news, I will steady you so joy doesn't turn into fear. If it's hard news, I will hold you so pain doesn't turn into despair. If it's confusing news, I will guide you so uncertainty doesn't become your prison again. I am not leaving you. That is what matters most. My child, I know you've been trying to control outcomes by delaying action. But delay doesn't control outcomes. It only delays peace. It only postpones clarity.